Tell 'em Tribe Tarot. Daily readings for my tribe. Subscribe to my channel.
Peace, Gemini. I am Cherokee of Tell 'em Tribe Tarot, coming to you with another love reading. This is going to be for the Gemini that's in a relationship. I trust that you are coming to this video based on pure entertainment, because we know when there are questions in your relationship that you need answers to, you will speak to your partner directly, right, Gemini? Right. Because we all know that communication is key. And if you didn't know, well, now you know. If you would like to book a personal reading to ask your specific questions about things that are happening within your relationship, click the link in the description. Do not depend solely on general readings to get your personal questions answered, okay? Let's be civil. Take what resonates and leave behind what does not. Click like to show some love to the video. Most importantly, to the channel. Drop a comment to say hello to a goddess, because you know I love it when you say hello. Share the video to share the wealth, and turn on post notifications so you can stay in tune with a goddess. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. All right. So Gemini, today was a good day, wasn't it? It was nice and positive and easygoing. Didn't I tell you it was going to be nice and positive and easygoing? And even though things showed up that might have been challenging, you still got through it with grace, and that's all that matters. You got through it, and so forth. All right. Let's see what's going on in this relationship of yours, Shane. All right, so here's the obstacle. It's so interesting that I was giving you advice to speak to your person, and you're holding off and looking for someone to make the decision for you, someone else to make the decision that you have to make in your own relationship. So it's okay. Go ahead and take advice from your spirit guides. They won't lead you wrong. All right, so that's the obstacle, is the hanging man. So you are hanging back on something, trying to see the grand scope of things in this situation, because you feel like you are very much in love with your person, but you just want to analyze things from the grand scheme of things. You want to see left, right, and center before you speak to your person. Maybe go to them with enough information before you go accusing them of something that they did not do, or created yet another storyline in your mind and filled it in with all of these beautiful, colorful things that are occurring in your mind, but is not really necessarily a part of the reality. And we do that sometimes when we don't ask enough questions, but we're going to check into this further to see how this may apply to you, Gemini. So the obstacle is the hangman. What you need to know is the Emperor, and the possible solution is the Three of Swords. Interestingly, the possible solution is the Three of Swords. So the solution is not to break your own heart. The possible solution and the solution, however you want to look at it, is not to break your own heart in a circumstance where you can easily satisfy your curiosity by asking the question, or by asking a question. But I feel like there's a question or the question that you want to ask. What you need to know, being the Emperor, is interesting. Authority. So you may feel a bit, and there's two majors here. So there is definitely major changes happening in your relationship, and it being you feeling uncomfortable with opening up to your person, because you feel like if you communicate too soon about what you feel about a circumstance, you might blow things out of proportion, or they might blow things out of proportion. And I'll have you know that when you're dealing with someone that you said that you're in love with, you should be able to go to them with anything, no matter how difficult. So if you've built a connection with someone where you are apprehensive about communicating about anything, there's definitely a red flag there, and there's something that you have to address. I see that you have the power to take control of the situation by speaking your mind. Spirit, can I get more clarification on the Emperor, and why is the Emperor showing up as what Gemini needs to know right now? Can I get clarification on the Emperor? So the King of Cups. So what's interesting, Gemini, is that you have to approach this situation from the position that you're in. Interestingly, your guide is saying you're taking the right approach to this. So this is the energy of someone who typically jumps to conclusions or doesn't empathize with their person before they go with this Emperor energy. So I feel like this is the energy that's always been in your relationship before you approach any kind of difficult conversation, no matter what it is. It's always coming from a place of dictatorship. Like it's very aggressive, and it feels intimidating. So your guides are saying what you need to know is that if you approach this situation with love and with empathy and with a caring heart, and also understanding that your person has grown to be on the defense when conversations between you two occur, because you use the word YOU a lot. And by saying you, it sounds like you're always blaming them for things. So even if this person that you're in this relationship with is at fault for a lot of what's happening, or that's what you think, there is a way to say this and approach this without coming off as being belligerent and just straight up mean, especially when this is someone that you said you love and care about, and you would not be here trying to get advice on how to move forward if you didn't love and care about this person, which is why you're taking a look at, just saying, like, taking a look at yourself and trying to see, how can I be less combative? How can I approach my person in a way that will not feel like I'm trying to back them in a corner? What you also need to know is that it's okay to speak things into, speak about things with your chest. You got to say how you feel in every circumstance, but the key word is just to be respectful. You are the one that your person fell in love with you because they enjoy seeing you in action. You may be in a position where you're like a boss somewhere, like you see your owner of operations, like you're in this position where they can watch you work, or you have a business from home and they see you in action at the home office. So they respect you very much. And sometimes you come off as being very intimidating. So it's just like, now that you might have hit a wall with something, and they may have put up a wall because they feel like you're unapproachable, now your spirit guides are saying that you need to know that you have to come to them with an open heart and an open mind. Put your personal feelings aside for a second. Withdraw how you feel for a second and take on this King of Cups energy and approach them and be an emotional support person for them. Because as of lately, you have pulled back, and you've been pulling back because you're afraid to be that person that you've always been, and they're afraid to come to you to say, hey, you've been treating me like an employee. Jesus. Treating me like an employee. That's crazy. And then to avoid the possible outcome of this Three of Swords energy, you have to have the conversation, even though it's difficult. I know it's difficult sometimes to talk to each other, because for years or for months, however long you've been dealing with this person, this has been your approach with each other. But there's a right and a wrong way to do things. And I know that you're quickly learning that this is not the way that you've been going on from the past till now is not the right way. And I think that's why you knew that it's important to pull back a little bit, to assess things from a bird's eye view, like withdraw yourself a little bit from the circumstance to see it from a different angle and realize that sometimes you're just an asshole. You're an ass. And I mean that with so much love. But you had to hear it. See, the Justice card on the bottom of the deck shows here, Gemini, that with the approach that you're considering, and I'm so happy that you're thinking in this way. I'm so happy that you are being empathetic and that you are considering the thoughts of your person and how they may feel, even if they might be wrong in a circumstance. You're putting yourself in their shoes instead of getting your emotions involved and only seeing your side of things, which would block out their feelings. You are acknowledging how they feel so that you can meet them where they are. And by doing that, they will be able to reflect you. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy present. I feel like this person looks to you for guidance and how to move in the relationship, because you're a bit, as much as you might be this authoritative person in the connection, you're the leader. Like, you're the one who holds the baton in this relationship. You hold the light in this relationship. So whenever you pull back or you're too rough with this person, they take it personally. They hold you in a very high position in their life. So you have to be careful with them. Just like how I tell you to be gentle with yourself, Gemini. The reason why you're being gentle with yourself is because it would then show you how to be gentle with others, because we project what we feel. So if you're rough with yourself, you're going to manhandle everybody around you. And that's not how you should be handling everyone. And your person is not your employee. So you got to get it together so that y'all don't fall apart in this Three of Swords energy, because I feel like some of y'all be breaking up every 3 to 4 months, and that is no way to be living. That's just not cool. So y'all not gonna break up this month. Y'all gonna have an important conversation. The good thing is that you know how to approach it now. Withdraw your feelings from it and actually look at their point of view. Let's get some more. And then the Justice card, I was about to say, let's get some more insight on the situation, but the Justice card is on the bottom of the deck. So it's just a cosign to say that there's going to be a fair end result to this. You're going to see their perspective and they're going to see your perspective. And this will fare off well if you continue to be empathetic towards what they are feeling and not come to them in a way that is violent, like intimidating and just mean. Spirit, do you have any more information regarding what this conversation may be about or what Gemini may be experiencing with their person before we clear this reading out? There could be so many circumstances to just lock it down to one. It could be anything that's difficult to talk about, but I'm going to dig in a little deeper because I'm being nosy. Yeah. All right. So the Judgment. So there's something that your person may want you to change, or there's something that you want them to change about how they handle things. Hopefully it's not like a whole damn personality trait that you want them to change, because good luck with that. People are who they are. We only evolve into different versions of ourselves, hopefully better versions, but you know, the core being of who we are is who we are. So hopefully you ain't trying to just change this person or trying to figure out an approach, trying to reinvent this person, because that ain't gonna work. But the Judgment card is saying that it's gonna take some self-reflection on both of your parts to really see if this connection is something that you want to move forward with. Because the end result will be the Three of Swords. Some heartbreak in this motherfucker if y'all don't get on the same page. And the solution to a relationship when it goes through a rough patch is not always a damn breakup. Sometimes you're just one conversation away from your greatest level of clarity. But you have to have the conversation, and you have to have an open mind, and you have to be willing to make changes. And that's why Judgment is here. There's some changes that's going to have to be made on your part, and there's definitely some changes that's going to have to be made on their part. Spirit wanted this message to be for a wide audience, a wide array of people. So we're not going to knock down exactly what the situation is, but just know that you have a responsibility to be open with yourself about what's happening, be open with your communication, and approach this in a way that you're not beating down your partner um, for being human. Okay? And that's all that I have for you, Gemini. So I appreciate y'all for watching. And until next time, love and light, tribe.